Thank you for joining us. I acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of Treaty 6, and we recognize the Métis people of Alberta who share a deep connection with this land. I am joined today by my colleague David Shepherd, our health critic, and also by Marie Sharp and her sister Juliette Champagne, whose mother lives in the St. Paul Extendicare Long-Term Care Centre. Yesterday, Marie reached out to us to share her concerns about the COVID-19 outbreak in that facility. Marie will tell us about that in a moment. Yesterday, David and I wrote to the health minister to ask what actions he is taking to stabilize the situation there, and in particular, how he plans to address the collapse in staffing support. We have not heard back from him, and that is very disappointing. The situation in St. Paul is unacceptable. Throughout the pandemic, Alberta seniors in continuing care have experienced the worst of it. The Minister of Health promised that there would be reforms to address the problems highlighted through the pandemic, yet he has been silent on the situation in St. Paul. To share more about this, I invite Marie Sharp to come forward.
Thank you, Laurie. My name is Marie Sharp, and I'm here to speak on behalf of my mother, Germaine Champagne, who lives in the Extendicare facility in St. Paul. She's 103 years old, and she'll be turning 104 in 2 weeks' time. She's lived in that building for a year and a half. The COVID outbreak started about a week ago. 2 days ago, we were told there were 26 residents with COVID and 6 staff members. Yesterday, they are telling us there are 44 residents and 7 staff infected. My mother had to stay in a room for a few days with someone who had COVID because there isn't enough room at this home to isolate people individually. And today we found out that she has COVID as well. Losing that many staff members in a small building means a lot of help for people losing a lot less help for people who live there. My mother has only been able to have 1 bath a week for the last 3 weeks. I'm not blaming the staff. The staff do work very hard, and there's just not enough of them to keep up with this workload. Going forward, we need more level 4 long-term care beds in St. Paul. And for now, we need more home care so seniors can stay in their homes longer. This should be more economical for the public purse. But in the short term, we definitely need more staff in the building to care for my mother and the other 75 residents there. Thank you. And I wish that the government would have had more of a plan, because they knew we'd been warned that there would be another wave coming in the fall. And there should have been more planning done so people could be isolated or I'm not too sure, but thank you anyways. Bye-bye. Sorry.
Well, thank you to you both for being here today and sharing your family's experience with us. As Laurie said, we reached out to Minister Jason Copping yesterday, right after Marie contacted us, and we have yet to receive a response. The families have also reached out to the UCP MLA for the area, Bonnyvale, Cold Lake, St. Paul, Mr. David Hansen, and we have yet to see a public response from him either. I recognize that the Omicron variant is very difficult to contain or keep out of buildings without putting real stress on residents and families and staff, but as Marie noted, these facilities should be prepared. They knew what was coming, they knew what the potential were, and they should have had plans in place to maintain staffing levels. A national company as large and as profitable as Extendicare should be able to ensure they have adequate staffing in their facilities. And it's essential that the provincial government hold them accountable to do so. Now, if for some reason Extendicare isn't able to meet that obligation, then the government is responsible to provide staffing from a different source, such as Alberta Health Services. So today, Laurie and I call on Minister Copping to give this his immediate personal attention and to speak directly to the residents and families to tell them what he is going to do today to address this situation. Thank you, and all of us are available to take any questions.
Okay, we will go to the phones and Zoom for questions. If you have a question on the phone, please use *9, and on the Zoom, please use the raise hand function. All right, Mario, your line should be open.
We just wanted to ask, what does the NDP specifically propose that the provincial government do to solve or alleviate this ongoing situation here?
Well, again, I think what we need to see is that the minister is stepping up to hold Extendicare responsible. This is a national company. They have had a very profitable year. They have done quite well. They should have had a plan in place for this sort of situation. First of all, to take preventative measures to avoid this situation, but if this situation occurred, to have plans to ensure there is staff available. So what we are calling on the minister to do is to speak up today and let us know what steps he's going to take to ensure that's the case. To reach out to Extendicare, make it quite clear what their responsibilities are, and hold them accountable to meet them. And if Extendicare is not able to provide the adequate staffing levels to meet this situation, ensure the residents are protected and have the care they need, then the minister needs to step up and show how he is going to act as government, working in tandem with AHS to ensure that the staff are available and that there is a space available for these residents to be able to isolate and be kept in good health.
Do you have a follow-up?
No, that's everything. Thank you.
Okay, we'll make another call for questions. If you are on the Zoom, please use the raise hand function, and on the phone, *9. And seeing no more, that will conclude our press conference today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, and to learn more, check out albertasfuture.ca.